time, I'd like to call the Fiscal Service Committee meeting to order.
Councilor Burridge.
Here.
Councilor Benucci.
Here.
Councilor Walker.
Excused.
Councilor Gosick.
Here.
I'd like to have a motion to approve the minutes of the February 3rd, 2025 committee meeting, please. Councilor Gozick, Councilor Benucci.
Councilor Burridge.
Yes.
Councilor Benucci.
Yes.
Councilor Gosick.
Yes.
This time, I'd like to have approve the minutes for the February 19th, 2025 committee meeting. Councilor Gozick, Councilor Benucci.
Councilor Burridge.
Yes.
Councilor Benucci.
Yes.
Councilor Gosick.
Yes.
Sorry.
You see no old business, I'll move on forward to the new business. The Office of Economic Development has received a request from the Oswego County Federal Credit Union to organize and host children's Easter egg hunt on Saturday, April 12, 2025 at Washington Square Park. Anybody here who'd like to speak on the matter? Here. You step right up to the microphone and list your name, please.
Good evening and happy St. Patrick's Day. My name is Kennedy Coyne and I am the events chair for Oswego County Federal Credit Union. Tonight you are receiving a request for our annual Easter egg hunt. We have put on this event for the past 10 years and it is a great opportunity for us to give back to our membership and members of the community that are a part of the credit union family. Our staff and membership look forward to this event every year.
Thank you. Any questions? This time I'd like to have a motion to accept. Councilor Gozick, Councilor Benucci.
Councilor Burridge.
Yes.
Councilor Benucci.
Yes.
Councilor Gosick.
Yes.
I'd like to have a motion to close the meeting at this time. Councilor Gozick, Councilor Benucci.
Councilor Burridge.
Yes.
Councilor Benucci.
Yes.
Councilor Gosick.
Yes. At this time, I'd like to call to order the Administrative Services Committee. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilor Plunkett.
Here.
Councilor Burridge.
Here.
Councilor Allen.
Excused.
Councilor Benucci.
Here.
Councilor Walton.
Here.
I'd like a motion to accept the minutes from the March 3rd committee meeting. Councilor Walton, Councilor Burridge.
Councilor Plunkett.
Yes.
Councilor Burridge.
Yes.
Councilor Benucci.
Yes.
Councilor Walton.
Yes.
Is there any old business? Let's move on to new business. Item 1 under authorization. City Engineer Jeff Hinderleiter requests acceptance of a low bid submitted by Reifenberg Construction Incorporated in the amount of $7,069,115 for construction services on the West First Street, New York State Route 48 Safety Improvements Project. The city engineer couldn't be with us tonight. He had something pressing, so the mayor would like to speak. Mayor?
Thank you. Good evening, councilors. As Councilor Plunkett said, I'm subbing in for Jeff Hinderleiter. You'll have to bear with me because I'm not a city engineer and I don't pretend to be. But I have been working on this project with Jeff Hinderleiter and CNS engineers for over a year, so I'm well versed on a lot of what's going on with this project. There's three, as you can see, there's the first three items on the agenda have to do with the Route 48 or West First Street reconstruction project. And the first item that we're talking about is the $7,069,115 for the construction services. I wanted to point out and remind people that we have currently $3,383,588.70 in that was awarded to us under the State Touring Route Funds program, and that's 100%. We don't have to match that. And then there's the likelihood of getting another $900,000 when the state budget is voted on and approved. So that leaves about $3.7 million that we're currently working with our city chamberlain. We're going to, part of it will be bonded for, part of it will come out of the sewer enterprise fund, because if you read your packet, you would have seen that it's not just milling and paving the street. There's going to be infrastructure work that's going to be taking place. So there's water and sewer lines that are going to be replaced. And so we'll be able to take some of the funds for this project from the sewer enterprise fund. So there's bonding, there's that. And what else? That's the money part of it. I do want to point out, there were things said recently about this project that were incorrect, and I want to make sure that it goes on the public record. The project, as I said, is taking over a year. And the people that we hired to do the CNS engineers have come out with this 60-page report. They were very thorough. They did traffic studies. They came and brought engineers there to analyze everything. Every inch of that road from Utica Street to Ellen Street has been analyzed, has been looked at, has been measured, and the work that they've done to this point is amazing. I mean, they've got diagrams of the pipes in the ground, of the detours, of the curbs. As I said, every inch has been determined how this project is going to work out. And one of the misconceptions, or as I heard last week, rumors, is the fact people are thinking that there's a median. There is no median in these plans. Never was, actually, as far as I know, and I go back over a year on these. Back in January, I sat down with the engineer at CNS, and we went over that version in the beginning, and there's been about 6 revisions of this, and this is the final draft of the plans. There has never been a median. And one of the other misconceptions are that we're going to remove several lanes. Right now, most of that section of the road is 4 lanes. We're going to reduce a section of it from 4 lanes to 2. So that's 1 north, 1 south, with parking on the left and right-hand side. The reason why we're doing that, and again, we're giving this a lot of thought. This wasn't done willy-nilly. One of the reasons why we're going to make sure we have additional parking there is everybody hear about the salmon season and when all the fishermen come in the fall, September, October time. Right now, where they're parking is the old Shapiro parking lot. And the Shapiro parking lot won't be available next year or after this year, actually, because as you probably heard, we're anticipating to build a new police/community center there. So we're anticipating needing more parking on that street for that. And also when we do build that police and community center, there's going to be a need for additional parking because in the community center there's enough space for about 500 people. So the parking lot for that particular facility will not accommodate all 500 people attending if there's such an event there. So parking is critical. This company, CNS, has done an exhaustive research on this road, and taking it down on one section of that road from 4 lanes to 2 lanes is going to do several things. One is speeding. I don't know about you 5, but when I was a counselor, the number 1 complaint in the wards was speeding. Always speeding. And that particular piece of road, if you think about it, there is no traffic light that stops traffic from Fulton to Erie Street. And traffic coming in from Minetto, they're going 40, 45 miles an hour, and that's a speed zone for sure. So what is going to happen, and again, this company's done some studies, and also it's common knowledge in the traffic community that, you know, when you narrow the focus of a road from 4 lanes to 2 lane, I know, John, you and I went to those meetings, didn't we, early on in 2016, 2017, traffic advisory meetings, and they pointed out that when you visually narrow a road, whether it's painting fog lines, whether it's painting lines for parking, when you do that, in the mind of the driver, it's narrower, and it makes you slow down. So we're hoping by doing all these improvements, we're trying to make it safer as well as improve the actual road itself, because right now it's in pretty bad shape, but the speeding will be corrected. I'm very, very confident of that. So like I said, if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them, but that's the overview of this $7 million project. Oh, and one last thing, we're hoping to start, as soon as we get the financing done, we're hoping to start here in the spring, and the job will be done by the end of the year. So that's what, 7-8 months. But it is a lot of work. It's not just milling and paving, like I said earlier. So we get that done by December, and then we're good to go for the winter.
Does anyone have any questions for the mayor?
I just had one.
Councilor Goza?
Yeah, I was just wondering for people, like you you just said, the rumors, I don't know where they all came from. I hadn't seen any plans, but is there gonna be, will people be able to see what the plan looks like? So if there's anybody that's concerned,
Yeah,
I mean, can they access it or?
yeah, those plans will be released.
Okay. Do you know, is that gonna be soon?
Well,
We've
if you
heard-
guys vote on this and approve it, they'll be released right after that.
Great.
Again, this particular printed copy of it, I mean, you really probably don't want to know, the depth of the sewer lines, the size of the pipes. I mean, we're going to condense it so it comes down to, the actual road itself. But that will be released.
Good.
Any other questions for the mayor? Can I get a motion, please? Councilor Burridge, Councilor Gozak.
Counselor Plunkett,
Yes.
Counselor Burridge,
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci,
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Item number 2 under authorization. City Engineer Jeff Hinderleiter requests authorization for the mayor to sign amendment number 2 with CNS Companies Incorporated in the amount of $25,750 for additional design services on the beautification and safety improvement Route 48 corridor project. Mr. Mayor?
Originally, this project, when it was really conceived back in 2023, was basically just to fix the road. And then they decided, why fix the road, and then later on, after we pave it and fix it, dig it up and fix the pipes in the ground. So once that was decided to go forward with that, replacing the infrastructure, there was additional design work, and that's what this extra $25,750 is for CNS to do the design work for the water and sewer pipes.
Any questions? Can I get a motion, please? Councilor Vanucci, Councilor Walton.
Counselor Plunkett,
Yes.
Counselor Burridge,
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci,
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Item number 3 under authorization. City Engineer Jeff Hinderleiter requests authorization for the mayor to sign amendment number 3 with CNS Companies Incorporated in the amount of $636,000 for construction administrative services on the beautification and safety improvement Route 48 corridor project. Mr. Mayor?
As some of you might know, up until about 2-3 years ago, the city of Oswego employed a clerk of the works. The purpose of the clerk of the works is to review and to inspect all these jobs, whether it's paving or a job like this on West First Street. Well, we never did fill that clerk of the works position, but it's important to have somebody with oversight. So this particular request is to pay CNS for the oversight and to make sure that we get what we paid for, that the pipes are put in the right place and they're using the right pipes, and they're using enough blacktop, they're not cheating us on that, and overall, just to make sure, again, that we're paying what we deserve, what we're paying for. And according to Jeff Hinderleiter, when I talked to him, he reminded me that normally the standard rate for any type of clerk of the works type work is about 10%, and as you can see, this is just under 10% of the total project, so it's in line with the industry standards.
Any questions? A motion, please? Councilor Burridge, Councilor Walton.
Counselor Plunkett,
Yes.
Counselor Burridge,
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci,
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Item number 4 under authorization. Mayor Robert A. Cordino requests the city chamberlain to complete a transfer of funds of $30,000 from the general fund contingent account to the publicity account for Central Bus Services. Mr. Mayor?
This is something that came across my desk about a month ago. When we were reviewing the budget, when we were doing the budget for 2025, if you look close enough, there was a line item that said $15,000 for Central. Since the early 80s, there was an agreement made between the city of Oswego and Centro for the subsidy, basically is what they're calling it, a subsidy that the city would pay Centro for a bus service here in the city of Oswego. Well, as it turns out, and again, it's in the budget for 2025, and you guys approved it, $15,000 for 2025. Well, lo and behold, Centro forgot to bill us for 2023 and 2024. So they found it. They sent me the bill, and I had a lot of conversations with them about, do we really need to pay? It's been 2 years. I went back and forth, and I fought the good fight, but in the end, I said, okay, we will pay it. Unfortunately, we didn't budget for this in the budget. As I said, it is budgeted every year, $15,000, but the 2022 and 2023, we didn't end up paying it and just went back into the general fund when you don't use the money. So we didn't lose the money, it just went back into general fund. So we owe it to them. It's an agreement for subsidies. So as you can see, it's asking for $30,000 to come out of the general fund contingent to pay for this.
Any questions for the mayor? Can I get a motion, please? Counselor Walton, Counselor Vernucci.
Counselor Plunkett,
Yes.
Counselor Burge,
Yes.
Counselor Benucci,
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Item number 5 under authorization. Fire Chief Paul Canzone requests authorization for the city chamberlain to accept a donation in the amount of $6,500 from the DeLong Company Incorporated to purchase a 7-foot by 14-foot enclosed trailer to be used for special operations equipment. Chief?
Good evening, councilors. This is a donation from the DeLong Company. They lease a silo at the Port Authority, and they deal with soybean and grains, and so they wanted to give us a donation to buy some equipment or whatever. So we're in need of a trailer, excuse me, to get some of our larger equipment that doesn't fit in compartments to the scene of an incident. So that's what we're going to use it for. So this item is just to allow Mrs. Code to deposit the funds and move the money to our budget so we can purchase the trailer.
Any questions for the chief? Can I get a motion, please? Counselor Burridge, Counselor Walton.
Counselor Plunkett,
Yes.
Counselor Burge,
Yes.
Counselor Benucci,
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Thank you, Chief. Item number 6 under authorization. Personnel Director Danielle Dowd requests authorization for the mayor to enter into a 4-year agreement with the SEIU Local 200 United, effective January 1st, 2025. Ms. Dowd?
Good evening, councilors. Early last year in 2024, we started negotiations with the SEIU contract. Unfortunately, it took a little bit longer than we expected. We did end up having to go to impasse with a mediator, and we finally came to a conclusion with the salaries. That was what's keeping us from finalizing at the end of the year. We came to a conclusion. We have a tentative agreement that was agreed upon with the union. The members met last week, and the vote passed, so I'm just here to accept.
Any questions for Ms. Dowd? Get a motion, please, to accept. Counselor Burridge, Counselor Vernucci.
Counselor Plunkett,
Yes.
Counselor Burge,
Yes.
Counselor Benucci,
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank
Danielle.
you.
Item number 7 under authorization. Mayor Robert A. Corradino requests an executive session to discuss the proposed acquisition, sale, or lease of real property. Can I get a motion to go into executive session, please? Counselor Walton, Counselor Vernucci.
Counselor Plunkett,
Yes.
Counselor Burge,
Yes.
Counselor Benucci,
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.